Outcast Playground. Hooray!
It sounds like some Jay Sean shit.
Don't it?
Yeah. I like
Do
it.
you remember the remix?
Everybody put your hands up to the sky. Sky.
Let's go.
We're gonna dance till the morning and we're gonna fucking fly.
Doesn't this one tell me easy to make a song too? Poppy. This is where the artist comes in.
This is some B2K type shit.
Jason Derulo.
Hey,
Bobbing
man,
from state to state, fucking hoes.
There's tons of money behind pop shit, bro. Like, don't get
serious.
it. Like, more money than any other genre. You fucking around and bullshit.
Oh, for real. No jive.
Like, how you think Diplo and all them motherfuckers got so rich? They hit that top 40 chart.
Oh, let me hit this.
Yep.
Back. I gotta hit this and send it back.
Yeah, please do. Is this the bed you're going with?
Yeah,
I haven't even hit that bitch yet.
Back and forth.
Well, it sounded like you was taking a shit. That cough. Yeah.
All right, drop a beat on us, okay?
Grade, please. Anybody? No? Yeah?
Everybody, it's that time again. Another episode of The-Outcast-Podcast. We are back, baby. This is where a brown guy, a black guy, and a white guy walk in to do a podcast. And we've got the crew here. What's up, the freaking Puerto Rican? Ramo, how are you, bro?
Doing well, my man. Como lo que pasa, man?
¿Qué pasó,
How you
papichulo?
doing, man?
Everything's bien, y tú?
Good. I'm good.
We've got the black boy, my man, my brother from another mother. His awesomeness is here. Memphis on air. What you doing, Memphis?
Hey.
MP.
What up with it?
And of course, around the way, the white guy who's here to stay. We've got TK. What's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, white dude.
What's happening?
How's it going, guy?
I'm feeling good. I already had 2 bologna sandwiches today.
Nice.
Heavy on the mayo.
Great.
Nah, guys.
I saw you
Bologna sandwiches.
diving into
2
those,
thumbs up, buddy.
those flatbreads.
Hey, did
That
you
was
fry
good.
it? Did you have a fried bologna sandwich or did you eat it cold?
No, definitely
He's
cold.
white, not
Definitely
Mexican.
cold.
Yeah.
I came
we
in here,
had
smelled
hot
like
Mexican hats.
tons
Yeah,
of
they
Put a
downy
little slip
fabric
in the middle,
softener and
put a
bologna. That's what I
lift in
do.
the pop in the bubble in the middle.
You
Put
don't
some
pop it.
cheese
You
on it?
just let it. You just let it raise up. It's called Mexican hats.
Well, I'm not Mexican.
No, well, you don't have to be. Like, it just looks like a sombrero. I guess you could call them
Spanish
sombreros.
people call
Yeah,
everything they make, they just put the word Mexican in front of it. So no matter what it is,
'Cause it's good,
you just
man.
put the word Mexican in
It's
front of
good.
it. It's now, you know.
Hey, man, Mexican food is delicious.
I love
I'm
Me-
sorry,
all
man.
Oh, I love Mexican food.
Mexican pizza is some of the best.
Until it goes
You
out
ever
the
get
other way.
the Mexican
That's-
pizza in
I'm
school?
pretty sure that's not really Mexican food, dog. But yeah, no, I feel you.
I put the word Mexican in front of it.
It's definitely a good rendition.
Shout out to all my
of
Mexican
what
homies out there.
Mexican
Shout
food
out to Mexico.
could be if it was made in America, I guess.
Shout out to Top Golf. We didn't eat any Mexican food, but we
didn't.
We did have some
Well,
flatbread.
no, we had nachos. That's not true. We did have
Yeah.
nachos
There was
with some
some- yeah,
guacamole.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Guacamole.
There was some
Jalapenos.
I didn't eat that, man. I can't do it.
It was
What,
it.
you don't like
I
guacamole?
love the jalapenos.
No, I eat not jalapeno.
Now see that. Now check that out.
Why not?
The
man?
white dude likes the jalapenos,
You do.
I love
and the
jalapenos.
Spanish guy does not like the jalapenos.
I don't like them.
That's so weird. Well,
I don't
why don't
like
you?
'em.
What is it do you have against jalapenos?
I just don't like the flavor of them.
Do you like
I can do
habaneros?
hot. And I like it. I do like it.
I don't know. I haven't even really I can do like buffalo hot, like wings and stuff like
No,
that.
that's
I'm not a fan
that's
of
not
buffalo
hot.
wing
That's
sauce.
weak. I got a
Okay,
garden.
well,
we got a
fine,
garden at the
whatever.
house.
Like, what are you
and we growing peppers
trying
like,
to bully me? Like,
hell yeah.
I
We got
like that shit,
jalapenos
yeah.
You
growing.
got truffles in there.
Habaneros
I
growing.
do.
We
I
got,
like them. I like that.
Did you guys eat anything good over the Super Bowl? Did you have a nice dish?
I had some
I had
hot
Arby's
buffalo
food.
wings with
Only
blue
one of
cheese.
you can talk at one time. Memphis, what did you eat on the Super Bowl?
There you go.
a bunch of fried food, which I hardly ever do. It was in St. Pete and was at this sports bar, and that shit was fucking phenomenal. I was high out of my mind.
Really?
What'd you
I mean,
have?
Them gummies?
Oh,
you-
man.
Oh, you brought
the
the
gummies
gummies.
was serious.
They're good.
Man, I was literally on cloud nine.
Are you gummed up right now, Ramo?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of shit. There's a
What-
lot of shit going on right
on?
now. Yeah,
What did the Puerto Rican have during his Super Bowl Sunday? Did you have a
Some,
nice spread?
Yeah, I mean,
Tacos.
no. Burritos, enchiladas, dick.
Is that what you had?
Is that what I had, motherfucker? Tell me. You tell. I don't know. Let's ask
Memphis
TK.
had
Get
fried
some
food.
tacos.
That nigga was there. No, I'm kidding.
Some tacos?
No, actually, we had like we did chicken fingers, hot the buffalo boneless
whatnot.
chicken wings.
Oh yeah, I like that buffalo
fries,
sauce.
tater tots. We did some. We did have nachos. Well, it was more like chips and salsa dip with like it's a special taco dip we made.
I was
Fuck you, TK, you racist bitch. And,
He was waiting
yeah.
on it. He was waiting on it.
He was.
He's like,
Yeah,
he gonna
yeah.
give it to me.
Yeah.
What about over at the litter box over at the cat house?
I went to Arby's, man. No, I seriously went to Arby's.
Oh,
And I
beef and
really
cheddars?
did. I really did.
You get a beef and cheddar?
Listen, I spent like
We've
20.
got the
I spent like
meats.
$20 at Arby's, and I just got the.
They
I got
some
the.
fire food.
They do. They've got the
Yeah.
meats. Vin Rames.
What'd you get?
I got the steakhouse with the brisket steak burger with
Did
the
you
little
dip
like
it?
crispy
Okay.
fried things on them. 2 of those.
Okay.
And then
Damn,
2 of those.
nigga.
I got a gyro. I kind of wish I would have got something else. And then I got
A gyro.
the mac and cheese, the cheddar mac and the white cheddar mac and cheese
Is
is
it good?
out of control.
Yeah, is it good?
cheesiest I've had.
Isn't? I want to try their
I ate
Philly.
all of it. Ate it all.
They got
know
a
about
Philly
that.
cheesesteak there that's looks pretty good on TV. And I know most shit does from most places.
Well, yeah, the way they
So-
stage everything.
Well, that's why you got to try it. You know what I'm saying?
I found the best way to make those barbecue ribs. You got to make them in the slow cooker. You know, keep them in there for about 5 hours, and then they fall right off the bone.
No, you gotta
every
smoke
time.
'em, man.
Hey,
You gotta
man,
smoke
you
'em.
got to show us. Cook them bitches. We at your house, dog.
I even
What's up?
used some root beer. One of my
Yeah,
My
I
lady-
heard
listen,
about that.
Yeah,
My
there you
lady
go.
does that.
I heard
she
about
makes,
that.
She makes them like that.
Yeah.
And they're good. I make them on the grill. Also good. Hard to tell which to me is better.
So the food was good. What about the game? Did you guys enjoy the game?
I did.
Memphis, what did you think of the game?
Though it didn't turn out the way I wanted, the game was really good, though. It was really good.
Yeah, it did
was
come
really
down
good.
to the wire. What about you, Ramo? What did you think about the Super Bowl?
Definitely a lot less scoring than I thought there really was going to be, but it was a fun game. It was exciting. I'm glad the defenses came to play because
Yeah.
I honestly believe that even though the offenses are better now than they've ever been and the game's set up for offenses to succeed, I think just because of that, defenses have become more clever, more ingenuitive, and I think you're starting to see the defense figure out the new offensive game.
I also think Cincinnati had a weak
fun.
offensive line.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, yeah, well, of
Joe
course,
got sacked 7 times.
In the second half, wasn't it? Just in the second half?
Yeah,
Because the
roughly
first
something
half, he didn't have
I saw a
any.
video of him walking out of the stadium.
He was walking?
Who, Joe?
Stupid. He should have been in a wheelchair.
The dude, the Bengals quarterback,
Joe Burrow.
Joe
He
Burrow.
said they said he was one of the last people to leave the stadium. They showed a video of him walk. He was dressed to the nines. He looked good,
Oh, he
but he
was
looked
clean.
very down about it. But it's nice of him not to like blame it on his defensive line and be like, "Hey,
Never.
see how many times
No.
I got sacked?"
No.
But
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
do that.
He's
though.
a classy kid, dude.
I was
He's
in a
gonna be
food
around for
coma
a
through
while.
most of it, my Arby's coma, but it was a good game for what I saw of it, and I thought it was wild because I fell asleep and the Bengals looked like they were going to win, and then I woke up and it was like, boom, the Rams flipped it and gripped it.
That OBJ injury, I think, was huge.
Yeah, it was.
Because
It took, yeah,
It was.
It took the air out of him.
yeah, the Rams looked like they weren't going to be stopped, and then OBJ on the sidelines, and I felt so bad for him. I mean, think about that. You work so hard all year
Yeah.
long. You get out there, you score a touchdown.
Scored the first touchdown.
Yeah.
But I don't understand that though, because they played the first 10 weeks of the season, 12 weeks of the season without him even on the team.
Yeah, he only played
should've
like
been
8 games.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they didn't
Regular
really
season
get good.
games.
They didn't really get good till he
yes,
came
they-
along.
No, that's not
They took
true,
it to
man.
the
Their
next level
offense
when
is-
he came.
Well, maybe.
I also felt terrible for the Bengals having to lose that right in the grips of having it won, and then
yeah.
lost it right at the end.
And the injury-
that's
That's
rough.
tough.
The
That's
injury
tough.
to
That is tough.
Joe Burrow when he went down.
Those faces
Yeah,
on
his
those
knee.
guys was rough.
It's come out that he did sprain his MCL at that moment when you seen him on the ground and he had that
the Wentz, yeah.
But you can still play with a sprained MCL. It's the ACL is what you that sprain is where you
Yeah, you
can't
gotta
do
walk
nothing.
it
But
off.
the
You gotta
the
walk
MCL,
that
you
shit
can,
off,
You can still
son.
play with that.
You got to walk it off.
Yeah, it was a good game, and kudos to the halftime show as well.
Yes,
I
sir.
thought that was a really good halftime
Yes,
show.
sir.
There was bets out there actually of who was going to perform first. I was thinking, Mary J. You let the woman perform first, but I was wrong. It was Dre that came out. He was the first. It's amazing all the things that you can bet on. on the internet.
But did he perform? Because all he did was kind of stand up and introduce Snoop.
Well, he performed. I mean,
For the beginning of the song.
He was the first face to be shown.
He stands
It
up
was
and
his
he
back,
said, it's the
actually.
beginning of
Yeah.
the song, and he goes, "He's nuts," and Snoop Dogg, basically. He's like,
Well,
at the
basically,
beginning
all
of the song,
of them
I
were
forget how the beginning of the
his
song.
protege, with the exception of Mary J. But I mean, he got a couple hits with her. But like everybody, like Snoop, 50, Eminem, Kendrick, all his proteges. So it made sense for them all to be there. I would have liked to seen the Game there. I was kind of hoping the Game would have popped out and him and 50 would did This Is How We Do or something like that.
I kept hearing there was going to be a Tupac hologram.
Oh,
that
that
would have
would've
been
been so
cool
dope.
during California Love to have Tupac's verse.
Can you imagine?
with the hologram? That would have been nice.
That would have been so dope.
They were on that bullshit not having Tupac out there.
Well,
Tupac's alive, so I don't know why he didn't just come out there.
maybe they couldn't make it happen, so they had to quickly.
They didn't have enough money to pay for
50
Pac to
cents
come up
into
from
it.
Cuba.
So,
He was looking like $1.50 to me, man.
oh man, leave that dude alone. I mean, he looks swole, like he's been like taking steroids or something.
He's just like
he's-
that kind of like big head,
He didn't look
big
fat
head
to
from
me. He looked
drinking
like
for
he was
fucking
big.
20
Puffy.
years,
He
where
looked
you're.
big.
Yeah, he just looked puffy.
It's just that,
He's been
like
lifting
he's
weights.
drinking like that high expensive cognac that he sells.
But he don't
That shit
drink.
makes your head big. It makes
But
your
50
nose
don't
big.
drink- he don't drink
Wine
liquor,
does
though.
that
He
too.
don't?
No, he don't
Gives you a
drink.
big head.
He just that's his thing, his line, but he don't drink.
How the hell did his head get that big then?
Hey, he's 50.
Steroids.
50's 50 now, I think, almost.
Yeah.
He's just shy of 50. So, that's what happens. Your metabolism, he don't have
He's
that
getting older.
2001
Yeah. No,
metabolism.
It's all that.
I
you
think that
definitely
happens.
swallow.
I think
Definitely
that happens to all of us. You get about 50 and it looks like somebody just put you in a glass of water for like 20 years. You just like fucking, like those little things you had when you were a kid where you put it in
you,
water.
TK.
And it's like,
They swell all up.
I didn't like the fact that it was daytime because I think some of the great halftime performances, you get the light show, you get the explosions. You don't really get that effect in a daytime atmosphere.
That's the West Coast, baby.
Yeah, I understand. And then there's nothing they could do about it because they're 3 hours behind the East Coast. I understand it. But I think that it would have even made that performance better had there been more, pyro and CGI. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought their performances were spot on. They performed well. They didn't miss a beat. Do you guys think that they were rapping live? I was trying to figure
Yeah, I
out.
think
they were definitely not rapping live. Eminem
Kendrick
maybe.
was.
Eminem.
And Eminem was.
But
he was
not
definitely
Dre
live.
and not Snoop.
You don't think they were
What are you
performing
talking about?
live?
I've seen Snoop rap live before, and when we saw him
Yep.
up in California, he was rapping live, I think, that time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they were rapping
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl.
I don't think
Nah,
they were.
I mean, there are times when they're not.
Dude, there were
performing
times.
live
Listen,
at the
there were
Super
just
Bowl.
times
You know,
where they
I-
moved. He
I'll-
moved where he
I'll
was
say
moving.
this.
That
I'll
I
say-
just felt like it was
Sure.
too perfect.
Okay,
It sounded
I'll-
too perfect.
I'll say this: if they didn't do it live, it's because the Super Bowl people said, "Yeah, no, we're gonna pre-record the."
Well,
yeah,
did-
they're like,
did want them to
this
make some
motherfucker's
changes
going to
and
be
stuff like
hot,
that.
so we're going to have his shit pre-recorded.
So
Eminem was probably like,
no, Nah,
I
they're
got to
not
show
gonna-
these guys what's up. It's Eminem.
They're not gonna do that.
I think
An
sometimes they
orange
have,
ramekin, canikin, mannequin.
they have backtracks, that are in line that can be,
they're just
helpful.
following it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And faint in the background. But I thought the performances were fantastic. The song selection was really good. It
I was
was-
jamming.
Oh, for the most part, yes. I think Mary J should have did "Real Love."
Man,
Like if she would have
Yeah,
started off like
Real
that,
Love.
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
That
because-
piano, dude. That
Yeah.
I felt like
that's
and-
world famous.
I
That's
also,
the,
I also,
that's
yeah,
the Young and the Restless piano riff in the beginning of
no,
that.
no, no.
I feel like
you're
No More
thinking,
Pain.
you're thinking of no more
that's-
No
tears.
More Pain.
That's
No more
what I'm
pain.
thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like No More
No,
Pain
I'm
took the
thinking
wind
of,
out of the room. Is what I was
No,
trying to
you're
say.
right.
The
Dun,
real
dun,
love.
dun,
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. Okay,
piano.
yeah, you're right.
That's classic, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's classic hip hop right there.
So, TK, do you think it was the greatest halftime performance of all time?
What I was trying to say about Mary J. Blige is that I
So
feel like
that's not what I asked you. I'm asking you, was it the greatest halftime performance of all time? Was it, in your opinion? I'm asking your opinion.
no, because like I said, I saw Prince fucking perform Purple Rain in the fucking rain, and then
Classic.
Prince
just like
was
they're.
definitely
I mean,
the
even
best.
Lady Gaga had these drones, these wild drones that were like flying over the stadium. She jumped off the top of the fucking stadium.
She did good. She did really good. I mean,
Flew
there's
down.
been a lot of great halftime shows. That's definitely. It's hard to like say
they were
there's
all
one
good.
best. that's the one that we seen just now was definitely just because of the pure artist.
Which one was my
5.
favorite? This one was my favorite. But I'm not saying, is it the best one? Like, how do you define best, though?
I think I'm with
Prince
you,
for sure.
It's hard to
kinda
think
like-
what Prince did in the rain
His was
in Miami.
yeah.
And he didn't want
I
it.
mean, even though my Bears
And he
lost,
was sick.
dude,
It
that
wasn't a
game,
little
that
bit
was-
of rain either.
that
It was raining.
amazing.
And he wasn't feeling well.
No.
He wasn't even feeling well, and he got out there and
You'd have been fucking COVID
That was
lockdown
amazing.
nowadays.
Just think
I like
back
it.
to that when Prince
Everybody should
did
have been
Purple
wearing
Rain at
masks.
halftime,
Prince
and
would
it's
still be
raining.
alive right now.
And
Prince should have been wearing a mask.
It's all purple,
He'd be alive
and
right now.
everybody's just like, motherfuckers crying in the stands like, fucking Prince, man, god damn.
No,
and
Prince,
these
dude,
motherfuckers-
his shit was
No,
dope.
for the
bro.
that shit
and
was
that
dope.
guitar in the fucking the background, the
Jackson.
shadow.
Oh, man, that was so
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
For the making people cry
get it.
factor, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's was
Yeah,
good.
Remember
it
when
was.
people would faint and
You
they
don't
had to
gotta go.
like
Carry
out of
motherfuckers
the
out.
crowd?
You a hell of a motherfucker where like, oh, shit.
Just
It's Mike.
mass
get
fainting.
Elvis
Mass.
you and shit.
I've only seen people pass out for like the Beatles and
Elvis.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Elvis
Elvis as well.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing it when I was young. Like it was something that was a phenomenon. People just fainting when he would come around.
I don't think there are
Nuts.
any artists out there that
He was like,
people
"How
are
come the
fainting
little
over."
boys don't
Today,
faint and
hell
fall
no.
over
Blame them.
backwards?"
Hell no. Nobody.
Travis Porter, they're fainting, but
Maybe Drake. Yeah, no, they
Or
might not, they
Travis
may
Scott.
not come back.
Yeah, they
I
ain't
just
fainting
need
over
these little
Drake punk
boys
ass.
to faint over.
Maybe BTS or some shit. I don't know.
Do you remember the
Yeah.
year
I
that
ain't been to Korea.
in Living Color, what really made the Super Bowl them start really spending a lot of money on these Super Bowls was they got some good ratings on New Kids on the Block, like back in the day. That was kind of one of the first times where everybody was really plugged into the halftime show. Then the following year, in Living Color, did their own thing. They did like a live tune into us during the halftime, and that
I remember that.
took the
Yeah, it was on Fox,
It
yeah.
took the ratings away from the Super Bowl. So then the Super Bowl was like, fuck that. We're gonna spend millions and millions of dollars to put on our halftime performances.
Just to try to stick it to black folks again, we came up with a cool concept and like, nah, we can't have you motherfuckers steal our shit.
What
Black
was the
people
cool
were right.
concept?
Yeah, they were salty.
What did they do on the Living Color show that was different?
They just promoted that
cult of
rather than watch the halftime show, tune into us, and they branded that and promoted it leading up to the Super Bowl. That they had they did a live thing.
A live thing.
Think
where it
about
was live.
Was it the music
Think
the same
about
thing like
everybody-
having an artist like they do now? Was it that?
Well, you think about everybody who was on In Living Color. Think about the alumni from In Living Color.
J-Lo was on there.
J-Lo, and she was just a dancer.
Jim Carrey.
No speaking roles. According to Jamie Foxx was on there. She was like,
She was
hey,
just
ho.
a fly girl.
Yeah, she was just a fly girl.
Yeah.
Tommy Davidson,
Tommy
David Allen
Davidson.
Greer, all the Waynes,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx definitely did some of my favorite characters on there.
Wanda.
Yeah, I loved Homie the Clown. He was great, but
Hell
that
yeah.
wasn't Jamie
That was
Foxx.
great.
Nah, that was Damon Wayans.
Damon
Can you imagine
Wayans,
if
that
they
was
did?
good. Homie don't
if
play
they
that.
did,
Pow, the
Can you
man.
imagine if they did Homie the Clown today? Oh man, they try to cancel his ass, just hitting kids over the head with a fucking sock, which I thought was fucking
He
classic.
wouldn't get canceled though
Pow!
because it's not the right direction. So he would not be canceled.
Homie don't play that.
What are you trying to say?
It would be fine.
What are you trying to say?
That only conservative
minorities-
people get canceled. Only white
Dude,
people get
that
canceled.
is total bullshit.
Yeah.
They're
It's not
actually
true.
banning fucking books that tell people about stuff. Like,
Hell
how is
yeah.
that not?
Are we talking about critical race theory?
OJ
we're
got
talking about
canceled.
all
didn't
of
he?
Any of it. It's
It
like so
depends.
many, so many books have been.
We're
they're
talking
banning
about the
books
truth.
right now.
I'm not-
What do you mean critical race theory?
I'm not
It's
into
called-
banning any
It's
books.
called America's History.
Yeah, that's so true.
The truth
Ain't
of
nothing-
America.
Ain't nothing
I mean,
critical
is what
about
it's
it. I mean,
called,
it's
yeah.
critical, but it's real. It's American
Liberals'
history.
truth is whatever they want it to believe. Whatever they
Liberal
choose to
truth?
believe is what a liberal's truth is.
So you saying Jim Crow didn't happen?
You're saying none
What?
of the
You
saying Jim
slavery,
Crow didn't
none of
happen?
that
The Jim
happened,
Crow
all
was done. Do you know who did Jim Crow? Do you have any idea? The Democrats were the people who persecuted Jim Crow.
The Dixiecrats. They were called Dixiecrats back then.
Oh, that's
totally
the truth.
flipped.
I
It's
mean,
totally
but it
flipped.
doesn't matter. It's still American history.
It's totally flipped.
right? It's American history. I know
It's
it.
still American
I know
history.
as much of it as I can know.
Yeah.
But people are, like I said, people are choosing to believe certain things these days, I believe.
I don't
Whether
know about
it's
that.
true or not.
I don't
And
know
how
about
can we
that.
ever know? Because we're here now and that shit happened, 100, 200 years ago.
No.
Jim Crow was
No,
like,
no.
like maybe
No,
50
I'm
some
talking
odd years
about
ago.
more other things like the founding of the country and everything else also. But Jim Crow, not too long ago.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That's American history.
That's right. But nobody's saying not to teach it or to take away the books. They're trying to say take away the books about the founding, the 1619, I think, and the founding is like 1776. I'm really bad at history.
Well, you know what the 1619 project is, right?
I don't think you should take anything out. I think
That's
any and everything is
in school,
of history.
it should
factual,
be as
should
factual
be,
as you can make it to be. And I think that's
Agreed.
where people are arguing because they're arguing about what the facts are.
Well, if a
That
kid
makes sense.
If
I don't know all the facts, and I'm not a historian. But from what I can tell, the historians are arguing about what the actual facts are.
My thing is this: if a black kid has to learn about the presidents and everybody that's founded this country, then white kids should also have to learn about everything else with slavery and like everything about it too. You cannot pick and choose.
Well, here's
about history because hold on, let me hit this point. Because in all other developed countries, when it comes to history, you learn about that entire country's history. Nothing is left out, the good and the bad. United States, they where we are now. They're like, well, no, we don't want to take you. We don't want our white kids to learn about this because they'll feel guilty. Well, no, you have to learn what you're saying about history. If you don't learn it, it's just bound to repeat it. So I
remember they taught the Holocaust in my middle school.
Exactly.
I remember learning about slavery.
You should learn about all of it. You should learn about all of it.
Most people do.
World history and American history. You should learn about all of it.
But I don't remember them not teaching us about slavery in school. They did teach us, and it was present. It was like
they shipped in the black kids from other neighborhoods.
Well, I got busted out to Dunbar.
I was
actually.
in St. Louis. We had the desegregation program because St. Louis is one of the most segregated cities in the United States.
Sure.
And I'm from the St. Louis city. Okay. And we got shipped to St. Louis County, way out there. So
we are all a product of integration. They called it integration. That's what they wanted to do. The schools, they were integrating the schools back.
But
when we came up, when we grew up. That was
but here's the kicker, though. But here's the kicker, at least for where I grew up.
I was good with that. I mean, I have a lot of my, I think who I went to school with would have been different if they didn't do that integration push before I went to school.
That's cool.
Yeah,
which I enjoyed it. I didn't like being bused across town into a neighborhood that I didn't know. I didn't really meet a lot of people in that school, not because they were different color than me. I think I was just didn't really know anybody, and I wasn't from there. But then when I came, they put me in Cypress Lake. I started meeting everybody, and at that school, my friends were all nationalities.
Sure.
So
here's an even deeper thought. Okay.
Oh shit.
Why is all that stuff, everything that we're talking about, is considered black history? That's not
just
black
American history.
That's American history.
Well, 100%.
Black and white people.
Because black people didn't put their title on that.
No. And I'm not saying that they are. I'm saying like that
we get
star
our
of
our
America
identity from
be
that.
Put on minorities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't anything that anybody asked for. That kind of happened.
It's almost like they say you're not judged on when you fall, you're judged on how you rise, right? So America shouldn't be judged on the worst thing that it ever was. It should be judged on the best and or a mixture of the two at least.
Yeah. Well, I think we have, because here's the thing too, is I think a lot of people are missing the point. Whereas white people can be like, oh yeah, but like you're telling how so many bad white people. Yeah, but there were also so many good white people.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If there weren't more good white people than bad white people, black people would still be slaves.
Most people don't know that.
They had to have somebody on their side, and it was good white people. Like, I don't understand why more people don't associate themselves with that side of the history. Like, why don't we talk about a lot of that and how a lot of that happened?
Because of guilt.
You know what I'm saying?
Because people are guilty with what their ancestors
done.
Point,
because you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good place to start.
Oh, I agree. I don't disagree.
It really is.
Don't disagree.
Because people have made fucking mistakes.
Well, think about it. Most people don't want to learn the truth about things because there's some kind of guilt associated with it. And if you figure like that, maybe like if your great granddad was like a part of the KKK and you know about it, and you like, I ain't gonna speak on it, but then say things come out and it's like, holy shit, that's my great granddad. People know. So now you're getting labeled.
How would that make me guilty? Well,
that's the thing.
If you find out my great grandfather was a member of the KKK,
it shouldn't.
Well, it shouldn't make you
feel guilty about that.
It shouldn't make you because you didn't do it. Now, I think if you practice some of the preaching things that he did or she did back then now me personally, I'm gonna lump you in because your granddad was a part of the clan, and your dad, and now it's passed on generational shit, and now you still have those same beliefs. So how can you separate yourself from them? You see what I'm saying? From a black person's point of view, it's like, yeah, like you, my homie, cool, but you still see like how they feel. Like, so now we kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna be cool with you like that no more. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how
I think about that way with gay people.
Black folks.
Totally kidding. Just kidding. That was a joke. Just seeing if you guys are paying attention.
Honestly, like I can understand it, and I can understand that point of view. But for me, like the way that I look at it, if you're not somebody that can stop me from being who I want to be, and there ain't too many motherfuckers on earth that can do that.
True.
My wife is probably the only one. Then I don't give a fuck what you think or how you see me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it really is a factor, and it affects people. And but I also believe that we've come a long way as well. So I mean, there's definitely a bad side and a good side to everything. And I think if we focus more on the good and just understand the bad and realize it happened,
nobody wants to click on anything good.
We can get past this.
Well, it's my great grandma
another one, Ramo,
because it's all stupid. It's all stupid.
Well, as my great grandma used to say, you can't have the bitter along with the sweet.
No, of course.
You got it. So, and that's where
but that's
history.
what I'm saying, you gotta understand it.
That's where the history comes in. You have to learn. You should learn about everything. And it's just this generation, because it ain't us.
People
we
gotta
grew up differently.
People
it's
gotta want
this generation
peace.
now.
Of course.
The problem. It's the same thing we were talking about last week with the violence and the shit.
Nah, man, that's all bullshit, dude.
If people are feeling young and powerful, and and it's a cultural thing where people are violent, they're feeling violent to get towards each other, and it's almost fun to go back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
Then that's where
that's dangerous. I mean, I think it needs to be a different mindset. Like,
well, let's go even deeper. I've got an even deeper thought.
Let's go.
As we're talking about
oh shit, level 3.
Learning
since we're smoking resin. Let's go.
3.
I need to hit that thing again.
We're learning about history and history class, and Memphis discussing what kind of curriculum he thinks should be in the school system. I'm curious as to what kind of things you were learning in school, because before the show started, you and Jay were having a conversation, and you were mentioning how many of the teachers you wanted to bang.
Oh,
were
man.
any of those your history
he didn't pay
teachers?
attention.
I had a like I said, I had a in high school. I had a science teacher, Miss Jones. That
Mrs. Jones.
she would have. If she would have gave me an inch, I would have took it.
You would have given her the whole inch?
If she, I would have went in the coat room with her ass.
Oh, Mr. Johnson, he was a
Damn
sexy
right,
one.
we go in the coat room.
Fuck you go to
Sir,
go to school,
Mr.
the
Johnson,
cabaret,
I need you to
motherfucker?
stay after class. You need to stay after class. And yeah, I'm gonna stay after class, and I'm gonna get that extra lesson. Because think about it, kids. I'm not condoning this at all, because if I had a son,
Now, what state was that?
I'm Missouri. I'm from Missouri. I'm from Missouri.
smart ass.
Jackass. So it's like,
great.
if I had, and this is gonna be total double standard, right? But if I had a son and he was able to knock down one of his finance teachers, I'll be like, on surface, I'll be mad in front of his mom. I'll be like, what the hell, man? We got to go down and kick that teacher's ass. But then I go talk to him later, like, good job, son. What was it like? But if I had a daughter and she fucking a male teacher, it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
City smoke.
What about you, TK?
I also noticed you took the black fingernail polish off. What? Would that wear off, or you were just
No,
like,
I took it off last night.
I'm done with that.
I'm putting it back on, man.
Because we
You
gave
missed
a
my
shit.
black nail
Yeah.
painting nails.
I just
on TK.
wondered if there was a reason, if you were just like,
You
I'm
gonna
done
make a
with
video
it.
this
No, it's
time?
coming back.
No, it was getting my
It
nails.
would have
was
helped you
growing,
at
so
the golf thing today. You could have focused
TikToking,
in on it. Top golf.
No, man, my nails
You
was
ain't
growing.
wearing
So
my
I had to
clothes.
do it
We did
again.
go to Top Golf today. I'm taking up the show. Gentry won. Who got second place? Ramo.
Yeah.
You get second place, and third place was
I didn't.
I got knocked out at third place
If you
by
ain't
somebody. I
first,
can't
you're
remember.
last.
All right, what were you gonna say? Sorry, G.
I said if you ain't first, you're last.
Before
man.
that, you had asked a question. I felt like.
Oh, I was going to ask you about your teachers growing up. Did you ever have anything going with any of your teachers? Like
No,
Memphis?
I hated all my teachers for sure.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give you no kind of play, huh?
No, they were all ugly and fat and old and mean.
They look like Dusty Rhodes.
I remember exactly what they looked like, and it wasn't good.
It does seem like every year you hear the news article where a teacher, gets caught having sex with the student, And then there's one story that I saw recently where, it's fast forward 25 years, these two are still together after all these years.
Remember the one kid in Seattle? They had the teacher and he got knocked her up.
Twice.
Twice,
I
yeah.
think he hit it. He tapped
Yeah.
it. He got it twice.
I just find it's a little bit. You'd have to have that
Disgusting.
conversation with your mom, where she's like, "Joey, no," fucking kind of embarrassing, a little awkward.
I ain't gonna lie. If my mom, if I had
Sorry,
sex
Mom.
with
Go
one
to
of my
your
teachers, I know
room.
my
Don't
mom would
bang
come
your
up there
teacher
and
anymore.
just shoot everybody.
Oh, yeah.
My
That's
mom
bad.
was coming up there on Vaseline on her face and got her gloves on, putting hands on everybody.
We had a 4th grade teacher. I hate even talking about this because I, got touched by a 4th grade teacher. Man,
Really?
Was it a dude?
it was a dude.
Oh, it was the this. Yes, never mind.
The 4th grade teacher.
Yes, the
Everyone always loved this guy, Mr.
banged him?
Sheehan.
Mr. Sheehan, the back scratcher.
Yeah, he was a back scratcher. This guy.
Yeah,
He would
yeah.
have you come up to his desk and he would read your work, and then he would, rub your back like this, a slight pet. And when you're 4th grade, you're like, oh man, Mr. Sheehan really likes me. He thinks that I do really good work.
Right.
Come on up here, kid.
Meanwhile,
He was also
Got an A.
involved in the Cub Scouts.
oh, so you
course
want
he
them
was.
motherfuckers.
You want to be an Eagle Scout, kid?
Yeah.
Come on
You
up
want to
here.
earn that merit badge?
Want to be a weeblo?
Let me show you my Pinewood Derby.
Oh shit! You're gonna get a badge here. Come here, let me poke you.
yeah.
Mr.
I'm show you
Sheehan.
how to light that fire for real.
Get a
For real.
trail.
What's he doing now? I wonder. He's
It's a
probably still
trail
doing that.
badge.
He's still over
Well,
there.
he got in trouble. I had no idea about this. Fourth
Surprise.
grade. 4th grade went on. I got older. Luckily, I must not have been hot enough for him. He didn't want to go the next level.
Did that make you feel some kind of way?
I mean, I'm happy that he just
You need to
stopped.
get a dirty Sanchez.
back rub.
Ramo knows what that is.
But then I'm like,
uncle.
I'm in my 20s.
Right.
And I remember I was on a rock morning show and they start reading, a local story, the news guy or whatever. And I'm like, Mr. Sheehan? He just got popped for child molestation. And
crazy.
Then all of a sudden my mind,
Getting
Like,
back
wow.
to that back.
So you're
Damn, that felt good. Your back start tingling.
I was like, what
At least
the
they talk-
fuck?
At least they talking about you to your face, so you can't say
Yeah.
they.
You all right,
They love you.
Dad?
They're talking to you about how you back.
I'm good. Thought of something.
So unfortunately, I never got to hook up with Miss Gray. I liked Miss Gray, that history teacher. She
Yeah.
was hot.
What's she doing now? She stood around.
I'm physically crying over here.
I did
That's how
see
funny
her
this
at a
shit is.
gig one time. I was DJing like a wedding, and
Really?
Miss Gray was there. Now I'm a grown man. She's a grown woman. She had grown a little more though. Unfortunately, she had put on a few.
So what?
But I still, I
Could have
talked,
gave it to her for old time's
I
sake.
talked a
Grey's
little
Anatomy.
shit. That night I told her, I was like, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I was like, last time I saw you, I was like in love with you, She was she got a little red eye, red in the face, blushed a little bit. She was like, oh, now I'm divorced. She told me about her divorce.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
that
the opening.
means.
That's the
That
opening right
totally is
there.
opening.
At a
Whoa.
wedding.
She wanted to
I'm
freaking
recently
show you her
divorced
butt
at a
cheeks.
wedding.
She's testing the water.
Yeah.
I probably would have hit with Miss Gray.
Yeah, you would
Why
have had to.
didn't
You
you?
would have had to, man. I'm
Damn, dude, hello?
I'm disappointed that you didn't do it.
Get ready for Miss Pink.
Damn.
Well, now,
What'd you stop at a green light too
Watch
that
out.
night, motherfucker? Like, gee.
well, now that we've gotten to everyone's history, let's talk about something that's more current.
Okay.
Okay.
TK wanted us to bring up this story. North of the border in Canada, eh?
Eh?
What's that on the boot?
Tim Hortons.
The truckers have decided.
The Freedom
Canada.
Truckers.
The Freedom Truckers have decided, no, we're not going to get vaccines. There has been a vaccine mandate in Canada for the truckers. You can't truck north of the border if you're not vaccinated. Well, the truckers, they decided, well, we ain't showing up for work. How you feel about that? Now some protesters have shown up on the Capitol steps in Canada. And the guy in charge there, Justin Trudeau, he's decided that, hey, if you're going to be a protester and you're going to be down here at the steps of the Capitol, we will freeze your bank account, is
it's
the
like
article that I'm reading.
A perfect
sucks.
example, that
It's
guy
like
of what I
that.
was saying about how libs don't get canceled. This guy wore blackface like 52 times.
He did
Every
do that. I saw that.
nationality.
I did see that.
Every nationality. He did Indian guy, did black guy, and he didn't get in any real trouble. But
He's also Canadian.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
He's also Canadian.
Although I was watching a zombie movie recently, and I was like, every one of these zombies in this movie is basically just a white person wearing blackface because they're all wearing black makakeup.
Well, there's
all the zombies.
Yeah, like an Alfred
but they're still
Hitchcock
wearing
film or
it.
something like that.
Well, yeah, I was
That's just how
watching
they
Day
get
of the Dead.
zombies. Okay, yeah. Isn't that which one movie's filmed in Fort Myers? You said
Zombies are culturally appropriating.
There was a zombie movie way back in the day filmed here.
Oh, for real?
in Fort Myers. Which one was it?
Day of the Dead.
Day of the
That's the
Dead.
one I was
Right,
watching.
yeah, that's
and
fine.
in that, the zombies had all this dark makeup on. I was just kind of laughing because you don't ever see white people with that kind of makeup on. And it was striking to me now because anytime you do, those people are in trouble. And I was just
Can't make that movie now.
no, you're not allowed to make that movie. No, they got to be CGI, motherfucking white people.
Here's the thing for me. I don't know much about the story. Don't think too much about it. But from what I understand, from what I've heard, it's a very extremely small percentage of Canadian truckers. Not only that, they're mixed in with American millionaire right wingers that are
I'm not
really
surprised.
funding the entire event.
I don't believe it.
Really, I understand that. and
No,
you
I do
probably-
believe it.
you-
I actually do believe it. But
yeah, but here's the thing: is you can't see. That's just it. You can't take these protests at face value. You know what I'm saying? If it's 5% of real Canadian workers and the other 95% are vaccinated and looking at these motherfuckers you guys are fucking assholes.
let me
shut
ask-
the
well,
fuck
but
up.
let me
Like, they
me
need
just-
to
fucking up
shut
the money.
fuck
let me
up.
just ask you a
you know
quick
what I'm
question.
saying?
Why are they doing it then?
Because they're idiots. Okay?
That's why.
They're fucking
bullshit.
idiots.
That's the whole
reason
behind it.
Because they're.
They got to have a motivation.
They're
Yeah,
idiots.
they're not fucking very
with warm
educated.
flannel.
What is the
apparently.
motivation
They
for
have no
throwing away
education.
all their work and
They
possibly having their bank account frozen? What?
There's
why?
no reason telling
They have
because
their kids
they
out there
believe-
on bouncy houses
because
and
they,
shit.
They believe in fallacy. They don't understand science.
That's
I don't
why.
know. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Could it possibly
people
be
decide-
because they're fighting for their freedoms that they feel
That's
like
not
the
a
God
freedom, dude.
they're blessed with from God?
your freedom-
Inalienable
your
rights.
freedom-
They don't really have that there.
your
'Cause
freedoms-
they don't have a constitution up there. But
Your freedom stops when it invades.
did you just see the
somebody
Super
else's
Bowl,
freedom.
dude, with everybody with no masks? When nobody's buying that
understand
anymore.
I understand it. That's whatever.
They just
dude.
want
It
the
is- it is
restrictions
what it
lifted.
is.
They just want their
It-
freedoms back to
it-
what they had. They don't want
it
anything
is-
more.
it
They just
is-
want the shit back the way it was.
I understand it, but when a government
Don't you think that they should do that?
when a government implements something, it's not up to the public to decide.
Eventually,
when or
good
when
trouble.
not.
It's good trouble.
No. I totally understand it, and you're going to have that percentage of your community that's going to feel that way, and that's fine. Look, there's nothing wrong with the protests. There's nothing wrong with what they're
Right.
doing, and there's
The
nothing wrong with
protests over
anything
the
that's
summer
happening.
that were
Sure.
good trouble.
Right,
Some of them got out of
There's
hand and shit got fucked up.
Of course, there's nothing.
These
wrong.
people aren't even fucking shit
No,
up, really.
at
They're
all.
just blocking shit.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying it is what it is.
I feel like it's
I don't
good
think
trouble.
it's
That's
gonna
just
be-
my
Sure,
thought on it.
Sure, for
because
who-
they got to roll these restrictions back.
for whoever. No, definitely
feel like.
for whoever's
Especially for the kids.
for whoever it's affecting. But here's the thing: if you got if
For the
you're
fucking
trying
kids,
to
man.
represent a certain group of people and you're not that group of people, then it invalidates your argument.
Here's the
I
most
don't know.
I'm
That's not
sorry.
fair.
But the most important
They
thing
need
is
money to because they're freezing their bank accounts and shit. The millionaires are helping them. Wherever they open an account, they give them, and they're stealing their wood off their trucks for fire. And it's a tundra up there. It's all frozen. They were stealing their gasoline. They're trying to keep warm to get their
we get
kids
a lot
out there.
We get a lot of oil from Canada.
I don't know.
But the most important thing is
Who's
They
stealing
definitely
their
got to. They
gasoline?
got to move. The cops were.
Who's
They
doing?
got-
So the government is literally taking their shit and doing all this other stuff. Is this true? Who
That's
are we
sort of
getting
that's
this
true.
news from? Who?
I
how
have seen
are we
videos
seeing-
of it. I've seen videos of them taking it. The people.
Dude, videos
Listen, you know
are
how
very
they get the
easy to
news.
make.
you can take
You know what I'm
something.
saying?
Everyone has a camera. Listen,
you can't take
just
everything
let me say
you-
this.
you
Everyone
find on
has
the
a camera
internet at
phone.
face value.
Everyone has a camera phone, right?
Right.
So
and everybody
everyone
has
is
a video
videoing.
editing program too.
Not Joe Burrow. He used a flip phone still.
There's a theory, I can't remember what it's called, where it basically says the simple explanation is usually the right one, right? The simplest one. What's more of a more plausible?
The one that
people
makes
are
more
actually
sense.
out there
Makes
videoing
most
people
sense.
doing what's happening, or that some fucking trucker that's out there in the middle of the freezing cold also has access to editing equipment, is fucking editing these videos to fool us. That doesn't make as much sense as he actually filmed some cop stealing his shit.
I think No, definitely. I mean, it could be real, it could be fake. We don't know. We're not there, but that can definitely.
What
be
do you think
fake.
about the mandates?
You can definitely be
think
fake. You know how many times we hear in America that people are getting arrested because they've been impersonating a police officer, pulling people over and shit. Like, it's very easy to fake a video, bro.
I get
like,
it. I just
you know
don't.
what I'm saying? Like,
Again, why though?
Because I don't. A lot of the. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's true or it's not true. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention.
Gonna say
to
something
it.
racist. Here it comes.
No, not at all. But I know a lot of places where you tend to get your news sources from are not
Here
very
it comes.
reliable.
Where do you
They've
get your
lied
news from,
before. What?
Where do you get your news from? What is the reliable source?
I just looked on the AP at the story. It was on the AP.
Okay, that's fine. I understand.
They're credible.
That.
AP.
Yeah, sure.
Illuminati
Illuminati
Definitely.
confirmed.
You have to cross reference, and I do.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Look,
And I understand that, but I'm just saying. For
You don't
me,
even want to
like,
say the name. Say it.
what name? What? I can't hear that.
I don't know
What do you
what
want to
they're
say?
talking
TK?
Fox News.
But
Say
yeah,
it.
I definitely don't believe what the fuck they say. No,
Oh, yeah.
and nobody should. Nobody should. Now, let me get
What
this
about
straight.
MSNBC?
No.
Them-
Let me get
I
this
throw
straight.
them in there
I
too,
don't
to a certain
watch
extent.
any of that national bullshit, dude. I watch my local news. All right. And then
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I watch international news. You know what I'm saying? Because your local news ain't gonna lie to you, dude.
They will. They get their stuff from the AP.
They don't. They don't normally
talking about-
take a side with anything. They just kind of put the story out.
They
there
just
and let
report.
you-
They just report the
Yeah.
news without commentary.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty
without the
much.
commentary.
It seems
A lot
to me
of-
like they don't really have an opinion. It's definitely not like watching fucking Tucker Carlson or fucking
Tucker's great.
One of my,
Well,
he's
Tucker's
a fucking
great.
idiot, dude.
No, he's
he's
good.
the biggest freaking moron on
But
earth.
check this out. Where
He's
I
a
hear
chode.
where I hear the shit that I feel like is really good inside shit is on the radio. Talk radio. That's good shit. I like to talk.
Glenn
mean,
Beck.
possibly.
You like Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck's a little bit. He gets a little bit like preachy.
What about
He
Mark
gets a little
Levin?
emotional.
You like
but he's a
Mark
smart
Levin?
guy.
Mark
Mark Levin gets a lot of control.
What is
but
that?
He's very smart. The Constitution. When it comes to the Constitution, he knows the most about it.
Those are all the right wing.
Well, that's why I don't know about them. But I don't listen to any left wingers either. So
I don't buy into none of that shit, bro. I mean, I just kind of freaking watch everything.
You got to
And
say
What do you buy into, Ramo?
the truth.
which is
You can tell
not
the
listening to anyone. So how do you get to the truth without
well, you got
like
common
taking in
sense. You
information?
can figure it
common
out.
sense. It's
You
called
figure it
common
out.
sense.
It's common sense.
It's called
You can
common
figure
sense.
it
If
out.
something sounds like bullshit, it probably is.
Yeah.
He just sniffs it. He sniffs
Shit
it.
stinks.
Sniff
It
this.
does. It's true.
Is that? It's either weed or it's bullshit.
Hey, listen. I
Either way,
may
I'm
have a
smoking
sixth
it.
sense, whatever you want to fucking call it.
How many
But
figures do I got behind my back?
Penis.
Hey, you got 4 fingers and a thumb.
He was right. He was right.
He was right. Sketchy. That's extremely sketchy.
You guys are freaking pirates.
He's a
I can't
genius.
even fuck with y'all.
He knows.
I'm
He
telling you,
knows.
look. The fact of the
No.
matter is, it's all bullshit. Live your life and be
Well,
happy.
so now we got to get a Ramo t-shirt that says that. That's
It's all
officially
bullshit.
Ramo's
It's officially
catchphrase.
bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It's
It's
all
all
bullshit.
bullshit.
I like that.
all bullshit.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of your week, boys. I'd just like to end the show by saying I am the champion of Top Golf.
Oh shit.
Till next time,
Next
motherfucker. Till next time, I'm actually gonna play.
Hell yeah.
You even brought you got a glove, man.
Coming for that ass, man.
Yeah, but TK started wearing
He returned
it.
the
It was
glove. I don't know if you saw
sweaty.
that.
It got gross. Not fair. Not fair.
See you next week.
Michael Jackson.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code FACE at checkout. That's harrys.com, code FACE. Enjoy!